Who were the Vikings, and how did they leave their mark on history? When you think of the Vikings, do you picture fierce warriors with horned helmets raiding villages? What if I told you their true story is even more fascinating? The Vikings were a seafaring people from Scandinavia, modern-day Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, who lived between the late 8th and early 11th centuries. They weren't just warriors. They were skilled shipbuilders, traders, explorers, and settlers who profoundly shaped the medieval world. Their iconic longships allowed them to cross vast distances, giving them an edge over their contemporaries. These ships weren't just fast. They were versatile, capable of navigating both open seas and shallow rivers. With this technology, the Vikings reached places far beyond their homelands. So, where did they conquer? Let's start with their raids, which began in 793 AD with the infamous attack on the Lindisfarne monastery in England. This marked the beginning of the Viking Age. They soon expanded their reach, raiding and settling in England, Ireland, and Scotland. The Vikings even established the powerful Danelaw, a region of England under their control, where Norse laws and customs were practiced. But their ambitions didn't stop there. They ventured to France, where they settled in a region that became known as Normandy, named after the Northmen or Vikings. They attacked and ruled over parts of Italy and the Iberian Peninsula. They traveled down the rivers of Eastern Europe, founding key trade routes and even helping establish cities like Kiev. In Russia, they were known as the Rus, a name that eventually gave rise to Russia. What's even more astonishing is their ventures beyond Europe. They reached Iceland, Greenland, and as mentioned earlier, North America, 500 years before Columbus. Their settlement at Lance aux Meadows in Newfoundland is evidence of this audacious journey. But who are the Vikings as people? Strength and adaptability were at their core. Viking warriors were renowned for their ferocity in battle, often wielding axes, swords, and shields. The famed berserkers, a subset of Viking warriors, fought in a trance-like fury which struck terror into their enemies. Yet, the Vikings were more than warriors. They were also farmers, craftsmen, and traders. They established bustling trade networks connecting Europe to the Middle East and even Central Asia. Their strength wasn't just physical, it was cultural. They left behind a rich legacy, including the Old Norse language, which heavily influenced English and other modern languages. Viking mythology, with gods like Odin, Thor, and Loki, continues to captivate us today, inspiring everything from literature to blockbuster movies. By the late 11th century, the Viking Age came to an end as they converted to Christianity and assimilated into the cultures they had once raided. But their influences still felt worldwide. From the establishment of kingdoms to their far-reaching trade routes, the Vikings left an indelible mark on history. So, the next time you hear about the Vikings, remember, they weren't just raiders. They were explorers, innovators, and builders of an interconnected world. What do you think would have happened if the Vikings had maintained their hold on North America or expanded further into Europe? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more fascinating historical stories.